Am I the asshole for slamming a child in the stomach with a metal pipe at the grocery store? Hear me out. I was buying my groceries as usual, and as I am checking out this beautiful can of tomato sauce, I stumbled upon a child maybe 5 to 6 years old. He looked up at me and asked his mom, "Mom, I want that can of tomato sauce." So I start to argue with this kid and his mom. He doesn't have the right to call dibs on anything he wants in the grocery store. If I found it first, it's mine. I don't care what this kid's mom has to say. This kid can't just steal my rightfully owned can of tomato sauce like that. All the anger I have been holding for the past few weeks, ever since my wife left me, ever since my mother kicked me out of her house, was all let out, and I pull out my trusty metal pipe that I've been keeping in my backpack just in case, pick up the child, throw it in the air, and slam it with my metal pipe as hard as I can. The kid goes flying into the toothpaste aisle of the grocery store, crying. His mother starts screaming at me and threatens to call the police. I don't care. I would rather keep my can of tomato sauce. It is rightfully mine. I have all the right in the world to slam him with a metal pipe. Am I the asshole for role-playing as Walter White during lovemaking? I know the title sounds bad, but please hear me out. I have been a massive Breaking Bad fan for years. I have all the merch and Funko Pops, but my wife thinks it's an unhealthy obsession, which is just completely and utterly false. We were in the mood 2 days ago and we started having hot steamy sex, and while I was grunting I said, "Oh yeah, Jesse, I'm gonna cook up your man pussy." And my wife instantly said, "What?" And I, realizing my mistake, said nothing, probably just the wind. We continued going at it and we were reaching the climax. As soon as I came I yelled, "Jesse, feel my crystal blue cum." And my wife threw me off instantly and yelled, "I'm done. I hate you and I hate your stupid Breaking Bad obsession. And I've been fucking another guy because you won't shut up about Better Call Saul and how Kim is a better wife than me." As she was yelling more about how Breaking Bad is ruining me, I told her, "You're acting just like Skylar." And she yelled that we are getting a divorce. She has now moved into a motel and I've been thinking about what happened. I personally don't believe I'm in the wrong, but I want to hear it from Reddit. Am I the asshole for robbing a 5-year-old at gunpoint? Hear me out. Today, I was at a game store where you can buy and sell used games and consoles. I got Call of Duty World at War, Skyrim, and Halo Combat Evolved. But the thing is, I wanted to get Lego Star Wars for the PS3, but they sold out. It was a bummer, but fuck it. I then proceeded to leave the store, but out of the corner of my eye, I saw a mother and her 5-year-old son walking out of the store, and the kid was carrying a copy of Lego Star Wars for the Nintendo DS. I got so excited, I put on a ski mask, and I went up to the mother and asked if I could buy her copy for $80. But she refused. She said no. The game is for my son. He loves Lego and his uncle got him his old DS for Christmas. I sighed. I saw red. I pulled out my Browning BDM and aimed it at the child. "Give me it now," I demanded. The mother screamed. She tried grabbing her son, but I proceeded to aim the gun at her. "Give me the copy and nobody gets hurt." They ended up giving me the copy, and I proceed to skip away with joy. I turned on my DS and started playing. But the thing is, I don't know if it was a dick move or not. Reddit, please help me out. Am I the asshole for imagining my girlfriend as Alex from Minecraft during sex? I, 20 male, love my girlfriend, 21 female, we do everything together. We met on a Discord server dedicated to Minecraft. We talked and I got her name and her number. After talking, we started dating. And she moved in. She flew all the way from Canada. Today was the first time I had sex. Obviously, I was nervous. I didn't know what to do or say, and I started imagining that I was having sex with Alex from Minecraft. Every time I groaned, I made the Minecraft Steve sound, the one when you take damage, and I said to her, "Alex, you're going to make me explode like a creeper." She stopped for a second, and right after she went into the bathroom, she was clearly embarrassed. What did I do wrong? Am I the asshole for feeding my baby white paint instead of milk? For context, I have been trying to feed my baby with formula for months, but it refuses it. This ungrateful brat won't even try to drink it and keeps crying for my jugged milk instead. Here comes the moral dilemma. If I were to feed my baby with my mother milk, I would be wasting perfectly healthy drink into a hellspawn who would turn it into vomit and shit in less than 5 minutes. I found out recently that I can mix white paint into the baby formula and this dumb brat won't even notice. But I still have some moral dilemmas. On the one hand, I won't be wasting my precious Hooter milk and I can save it for my other son who is an angel of a child, 17 male. But on the other hand, it might die. So Reddit, what do you think I should do? Update, he died, not from drinking white paint. I accidentally reversed over him in the driveway. Oopsies. Am I the asshole for pulling out a Glock 17 on my teacher? I know the title may sound like a little bit of an overreaction, but hear me out. She had been saying it all the time. I asked her if I could go to the toilet and I was tired and a little annoyed by it. Today was the last straw. I really needed to pee badly, so I went to ask her if I can go to the toilet and she said, "I don't know, can you?" She replied with a smug look. I had finally had enough and pulled out my Glock 17 from my left pocket, loaded the magazine and shot 4 times. I made sure the bullets didn't actually hit her because I knew I should be the bigger man and control myself. She suffered cardiac arrest and a little bit of hearing impairment due to this. She's doing alright in the hospital now and I was sent to therapy because I was overreacting and whatnot. The therapist told me that I really was overreacting and that I'm a psychopath. It infuriated me and I pulled out my Glock 17 from my left pocket again and pointed it at him, but I decided to be the bigger man and control myself and not shoot him. He immediately shut up and let me go. So tell me Reddit, was I really overreacting by rightfully pulling out my Glock 17 in these two situations? I personally think my actions were justified. Am I the asshole? Am I the asshole for playing Clash of Clans at my grandma's funeral? So basically my mom beat me when I got home for playing Clash of Clans at the funeral, and the worst part is I never got to be in the clan war. Well, it is not my fault that grandma died, and why should I go there when it's war day? War day is so important, and even if I missed one war then my rank will go down and my clan would suck. Well, back to the story. I got to sit down after 5 minutes of this guy saying some stuff about my grandma, but I had duty of being in the clan war. I put in my AirPods and opened Clash of Clans, but I forgot to connect them and they heard the intro. This didn't stop me from playing for about 3 minutes until my big meanie abusive mom takes my phone. So I start screaming on top of my lungs and say, "Mom, it is war day, can I have my phone back? Mom, please give me my phone back." We left early and when we got home I said to my mom, we can train another grandma like in Clash, so grandma would basically come back to life. After she heard that, I thought she was crying in tears of joy, but no. She left for around 10 minutes and came back with the belt. So she started beating me and saying, "You are a fucking dumbass, your life doesn't revolve around that game, you dumb fuck, and your dad was right, we should have aborted your ass when we had the fucking chance to." I was in shock, like Clash is life, like why would she say that? Am I the asshole?